Hey guys, my name is Michael Ninneman. I'm an opening bowler for Southern Districts, a strength and conditioning coach and a personal trainer by trade. Today we're just going to run through some of the key important areas of strength and conditioning for young cricketers, particularly bowlers. Strength and conditioning really important for injury prevention leading into the season, so in that pre-season phase as well as during that season. Main aim for a strength and conditioning program is to get the muscles strong, get them conditioned, strengthen the ligaments and tendons. Muscle imbalances are one of the key reasons for injuries in young fast bowlers. Some of the things we're going to go through today are body movements that we're looking for. So we're looking to improve squats, a hip hinge, hip thrusts, looking to improve jumping power, both in the air and for distance. And then also improving running speed and movement mechanics in that bowling action. First thing we're going to look at is a body weight squat. So really important for that lower limb strength. We're looking to go feet shoulder width apart, knees shoulder width apart, and sitting back just like we're trying to sit down onto a chair. Really important with these movements that we're looking to master the body weight version before we move on to any kind of advanced movements with kettlebells, dumbbells, or TheraBands. If we're looking to advance that squat, we can move into something like a single leg pistol squat, which is also a body weight movement. All we're doing, exactly the same. Easy to do when you're up on an obstacle. Don't have to lift the opposite leg up too high. Exactly the same as that body weight squat, sitting down, squeezing back up. The next movement pattern we're looking to develop in young bowlers is the ability to hinge through the hips. What this will do is take a lot of pressure off the knees and that lower back, which is a common injury in young bowlers. First exercise is going to be a bridge. This is incorporating a hip extension. So we're looking to extend those hips, squeezing our butt, lifting those hips up and back down to the ground. Squeezing up, we're pausing for a second, coming back down. Really important to develop that glute strength for young fast bowlers. If we're looking to advance this movement, what we'll do is work into a single leg bridge. One leg comes up nice and straight and we're still lifting those hips up. Pausing for a second, coming back down. Second exercise we've got is our hip hinge. So it's Romanian deadlift. Really important that young fast bowlers are learning how to hinge through the hips just to ease that pressure in the lower back. In our RDL, we're looking to keep those dumbbells against the leg, sticking our butt back as far as we can and keeping that back nice and straight. We want to feel a really good stretch through the hamstrings in each rep. To advance this movement, we can move into a single leg Romanian deadlift, keeping that dumbbell nice and close to the leg. We're still looking to hinge through that hip, keep the back nice and straight. Another key exercise for conditioning for young fast bowlers is skipping. If you haven't already, try and invest in a skipping rope. They're really, really important for developing lower limb stiffness. Now that's not muscular stiffness, that's just lower limb stiffness that helps keep the legs stiff to transfer that weight through the bowling action. Just for that skip, nice little short hops, nice and fast with those hands, just looking to skip for a couple of minutes. Once we're good enough at that skip, what we can look to do is advance into that single leg skip. Exactly like that double leg skip, just looking to get a nice rhythm, keep that leg fairly stiff. Another important piece of equipment is a medicine ball. If you haven't got one already, getting a medicine ball between 1 and 4 kilos is a really handy tool for young fast bowlers and something that they can have a lot of fun with. A couple of different variations we're going to do are some throws and some slams with this medicine ball. Firstly, we just got that med ball slam. So all you're looking to do, get that med ball nice and high and slam it down. We want to use the core, so using that whole trunk to slam, not just the arms. Big, powerful slams. Next, we've got our med ball side slams. Just looking to get nice and tall, twisting through the trunk and slamming down by your side. Nice, powerful movement. Looking to make that movement nice and explosive. Next, we've got our med ball side toss. So really looking to get that functional strength through the core, getting those hips to work around. Nice, powerful toss into the net. You can do this one against a wall or a net at home, kind of just like an NRL rugby pass. Next, we've got our single leg med ball slam. What we're looking to do, get nice and tall, slamming down, keeping that back nice and straight. Pretty tough exercise for balance, but really good for developing that coordination in the bowling movement. When we're doing these slams, Probably better to do them with what's called a dead ball that doesn't bounce. If you're using a medicine ball that bounces, you have a very high chance of potentially hitting yourself in the head. So a dead ball is a much better option. Another really important thing we want is for young fast bowlers to learn how to jump. Jumping for height, jumping for distance, jumping laterally, all really important. We can do this on hard ground, on grass, on sand, 2 feet, 1 foot. All those jumping variations, really important for developing strength in those lower limbs. One of the first jumps we've got is our box jump, just into a little bit of a squat and jumping onto a box. All we want to do is jump and make sure we're landing nice and high. Little variation for our box jump is just to transition to a single leg box jump. Exactly the same principle, a little bit of a squat, jumping up, and we're still catching with 2 feet. Fun little exercise, we've got a band resisted broad jump. Do this in pairs, partner holding each other back, and you're just trying to jump out as far as we can. The other really important aspect for young bowlers is developing good trunk strength. So we're looking to develop that good strength in the core, which is good for functionality in the bowling action, reduces injuries, takes pressure off that lower back. Firstly, we've got our Parloff press. A Parloff press, we're looking to just press the hands out, slow on the way back in. When we're at that extended point with the arms, that band is trying to pull us at a 90-degree angle, so perpendicular to the direction that we're facing. We're just trying to squeeze our core to resist that movement. Our Parloff press can be done with a TheraBand. They can be found at Intersport, Big W, Kmart. You can either get a partner to hold on to the other end, or you can tie them off against a wall, around a pole, something like that. Next, we've got a side chop. With that side chop, we're looking to keep the hips nice and still and twist around with the shoulders. Really squeezing our core as we twist, keeping those arms nice and straight. With all of those exercises, we can look to do 10 to 12 reps for about 3 sets. Not only are those exercises important during the pre-season phase, but it's also really important during that season to mean that we maintain that strength and reduce the risk of injury. When we do transition into season, we can look to reduce some of our reps in some of our kind of jumps, single leg jumps, box jumps, those kind of exercises, just so we reduce our loads, as young bowlers will be bowling quite a lot of overs during the week. We can look to do these exercises 2 to 3 times a week. Thanks for joining us for our strength and conditioning session. Hope that was really helpful and beneficial to your game. Really hope to see all of you out and about during this following season.